To begin our look at sports out at Rose Hill, Fordham football receives an at-large bid to the 2022 NCAA FCS Championships. Fordham went 9-2 during the regular season, with the only losses being by 1 point in overtime to 8th-seeded Holy Cross and a 58-51 defeat at FBS Ohio. The Rams are paced by a record-setting offense guided by senior quarterback Tim DeMorat. He has completed 301 of 458 passes for 4,561 yards. And get this, 53 touchdowns for DeMorat. DeMorat leads the NCAA FCS in passing yards per game, passing touchdowns, and total offense. He has set the school and Patriot League records for most passing touchdowns in a season and a career with 120, and most passing yards in a season. Here's Coach on DeMorat's incredible season for the Rams.
No, he impresses me. It impresses me more kind of day to day. Just how he prepares, how he is in the weight room, how he is around the guys. That's more impressive to me. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, in a game, I expect him to make every throw. So if he does throw an incompletion or interception, I'm kind of, it doesn't really register with me. So, he's such a special kid. His work ethic is what impresses me the most. I mean, we talked to him at halftime about, stop thinking about winning this game and just think about one play at a time. I think that's, first half, we stopped when we got the lead, and I think the guys just assumed we were going to roll, and that was going to be it. So it was just something we talked about early in the week. We said, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what it's going to look like, so they're not surprised. And then, but now we got to focus on the task at hand. So.
Timmy touchdown. As a team, the Rams are averaging 612.1 yards per game and 421.4 passing yards a game, both tops in the NCAA FCS, along with 50.2 points per game, second in the nation. Historically, the Fordham offense ranks second all-time in the NCAA FCS, surpassed only by the 1984 Mississippi Valley team, which averaged 640.1 yards per game. Congrats to Fordham on its 6th NCAA FCS championship appearance, the first since 2015. Make it 14 straight victories for New England over the New York Jets on the NFL gridiron, but this latest one, man, really, really hurts. There had not been a punt return for a touchdown across the National Football League this season until Patriots rookie Marcus Jones delivered one. Jones's 84-yard return for a touchdown in which he crossed the goal line with 5 seconds remaining in regulation shockingly lifts the Pats past the visiting Jets 10-3 at Gillette Stadium. This one gives new meaning to heartbreaking for Gang Green. Here's more from the Jets.
There's a lot of things that we got to look at to see if we can find some efficiency in our in the offense. Obviously, in the second half, we just couldn't move. I don't feel like we had a first down. I don't even know if we did, but either way, it just wasn't good enough. And it's not about pointing fingers at any one individual or one unit or one anything. It's just finding the answers so we can start moving the ball, because we did it against Buffalo. We've done it against other teams. It's just the consistency needs to get found. We just got to get back on. We got to show up tomorrow and find ways to get better. That's it. It's like I said, whether we won or lost, there's still 7 games to be played. We have the whole season ahead of us. So we're still right there in the thick of things, and we just got to get back on the horse and get ready to play another football game.
The Giants didn't fare much better in a shocking loss at home to Detroit. 31-18 is the final at MetLife. The G-Men also lost 6 players to injury in this upset. Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley struggled offensively in a big game where Big Blue just couldn't do much right. Here's Saquon.
We had a lot of drives where we were driving and had penalties. And there's little things. That's what it all comes down to. And that's just the theme of today. But that's in every win and every loss. You could say that every week. And whatever team executes better, whatever team do a little thing better is most likely going to come out to win. We got to move on. I think that's for any team in the league. If you're not running the ball well, you're going to pass the ball. I guess that's just the answer there. If the run game not going, you kind of tied one hand behind your back, you got to pass the ball. So that's why it's important for myself to get this run game back on track. And the best way to do that is moving on and get ready for Thursday. It's just disappointing because of the loss. to be completely honest, I know you guys probably don't believe, like, we really don't pay attention to that. Like, we really don't care about that. The only thing we can focus on is one day at a time. Like, if we have that mindset, we'll drive ourselves insane. We'll drive ourselves crazy. So it's disappointing because you lost. But at the end of the day, 7-3 going into Thanksgiving game against Dallas with a chance to get things back on track. And we got to execute and take advantage of the opportunity.
Oh, boy. On to some better news on the NBA hardwood. Ben Simmons is finding his form of late. I think it has something to do with my C list a couple weeks ago. We'll see if that continues for him and the Brooklyn Nets. Simmons put up 37 points, 21 rebounds, and 12 assists over 2 games heading into the matchup with his former team, the Philadelphia 76ers. We go back inside the locker room for more.
I think immediately you saw a force that he played with, whether it was his pace and his attack of the rim, and it was a relentless attack towards the rim, and really just spraying the basketball. I mean, the pace that he created for us tonight, it'll make it hard for people to guard us. I think it's all tied together, how you feel, what your body feels like, how you can drive your body, what you ask of your body. And so I think as he gets more comfortable and his body feels good and he's able to play more, I think he's going to unlock both the mental and physical. And so for us, that's huge.
Happy to see Simmons playing better. He's so talented, just hasn't been able to put it all together. On the college hardwood, one transfer has had an immediate impact right here in the Bronx, and that's Fordham's Khalid Moore. He transferred from Georgia Tech, where he started 63 games for the Yellow Jackets. A Dean's List student at Georgia Tech, Moore returned home to New York this year, joining the Rams out at Rose Hill. He previously played high school basketball at Archbishop Malloy in Queens. We caught up with Coach Keith Ergo on Moore's play this season right here in the Bronx.
For us, when we were recruiting him, we talked about him coming home, him taking a much bigger role with our program, having to become more of a Batman, so to speak, or a Robin with Darius Quisenberry, however you want to look at it. And he accepted that challenge. That's what he wanted for his final year. He's a tremendous kid on and off the court. So he works as hard as anybody in our program. So for him to take a bigger role and to enjoy that, he is kind of a mismatch nightmare. And in the Atlantic 10 moving forward, that kind of dynamic small forward position is really, really effective in the Atlantic 10. Those guys, the teams that have those type of dynamic players on the wing or at that small forward position usually are at the top of the league. So we couldn't be more excited. He struggled in the beginning with fouls, and the way he played the second half was fantastic.
Moore helped Malloy to the Brooklyn Queens Diocese Championships in 2016 and 17, scoring over 1,000 points in his 4-year high school career before enjoying success at Georgia Tech. The transfer portal paying dividends. And as always, our portal to the past, bringing many smiles around the Bronx. It's our time for the Turn Back the Clock segment. This one takes us back to March 2013 and a Knicks community event featuring stars Larry Johnson and Felipe Lopez. Check this one out.
Basketball in the Boroughs, a community initiative presented by Chase Bank and the New York Knicks, hit the Bronx this March. The tip-off event took place Wednesday night at St. Mary's Recreation Center and featured a free hoops clinic for neighborhood youth. Knicks great Larry Johnson, former St. John star Felipe Lopez, and Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. championed the cause.
It's just incredible that they're giving back to our kids, teaching them not only the mechanics of basketball, of shooting and dribbling, but also all of the things that come with the basketball game, how to play as a team, how to create a plan, how to stay determined and disciplined. These are all the intangibles that you get from a basketball player that you can take with you, whether you're playing in the basketball court or not. And for that, I'm totally grateful to have an organization like the New York Knicks, who could be anywhere in the world, be right here in my home borough. It's really a good blessing and a great day right here in the Bronx.
As part of the program, the Knicks and Chase will also fund refurbishment to the St. Anne's Avenue Center, repairing bleachers and making improvements to the scoreboard and the gym floor.
Right now, when I see these youngsters, I'm just more emphasizing that this is New York Knicks, this is what we do. This is the Bronx. You definitely a part of our family. We're a part of your family. So just for the Knicks to come out and do this camp for 2, we've been doing it the whole year. So for us to come out and share, we get more out of this, like I said, than the children.
It's great to see the expression, how grateful they are for us to be here. And for us, we learned a lot just to be able to come around the youth. It's our future, and they support us huge, and that's basically what we need to continue to motivate them through education, through sports, and for them to become better citizens.
Always think of two things every time I see LJ, the 4-point play and Grandmama. From the world of racing, Max Verstappen scored a record-extending 15th victory of the 2022 season at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix finale to conclude one of the most dominant seasons in Formula One history. A year on from Verstappen's controversial win over Lewis Hamilton to seal his first title in F1, there was little drama in the last GP of the season. The finale also marked the swan song for Sebastian Vettel, who is retiring, and Daniel Ricciardo, who is taking a reserve role at Red Bull after losing his seat at McLaren. Things will definitely be different in the sport in 2023. Those are the headlines. And speaking of, we hit the C list for some exciting news courtesy of Formula One. F1 will have a new American face in 2023. Williams Racing confirms that Logan Sargent will race for the team next season in the FIA F1 World Championship. Music to our ears. The 21-year-old American secured sufficient points at the final Formula 2 race in Abu Dhabi to qualify for a super license and was crowned Rookie of the Year after finishing his F2 season with Conlin in P4 with 148 points, 2 wins, and a further 2 podium appearances. It's a huge honor and a dream come true to be given this opportunity to compete in Formula One with Williams Racing. The Floridian said, "I'm ready and excited to be part of this journey as the team looks to progress up the grid." The Williams Academy driver completes the team's lineup for the 23 season alongside Alex Albon and becomes the first racer from the United States to compete in Formula One since 2015. The last, of course, is Alexander Rossi, who we've featured many times here on BronxNet. This is huge for the sport. F1 continues to expand its reach stateside. Sargent will get not 1, not 2, but 3 home races next year and be competing for a team run by American owners. Cheers to that. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C. Keep it locked right here. More Open back after this.